Hi, it's Kate with the Thaiger, and you're watching Thailand Top Stories, today's major news in Thailand and Southeast Asia. Stay tuned for a quick update on the COVID-19 situation in Thailand, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thailand's Constitutional Court has postponed its ruling on same-sex marriage. According to the Bangkok Post, an LGBTQ rights group told the press that the court pushed the ruling back to December 14th. Under Thailand's Civil and Commercial Code, marriage is only recognized between a man and a woman. The court will rule on whether the law on marriage violates a section in the Thai constitution regarding civil rights and liberties. To entice more travelers to come to Thailand through the Phuket sandbox, local tourism operators are pushing for changes for the certificate of entry process. The document is a requirement to enter Thailand, but is said to be a setback for many potential travelers. The president of the Phuket Tourist Association told the Bangkok Post that while the certificate is a useful screening process during the pandemic, the process should be easier. He also said that the mandatory insurance coverage of at least $100,000 is unnecessary, as most insurance companies in Western countries don't compensate for asymptomatic cases. And with travelers fully vaccinated against the coronavirus, those who test positive usually do not have a severe infection. Phuket restaurants can start serving alcohol on Friday, but under strict guidelines. Bars and nightclubs have been closed, and Thailand has had a national ban on alcohol consumption at restaurants for months in an effort to contain the spread of COVID-19. But there's a couple hoops to jump through just to serve a beer. According to Pattaya News, every employee needs to be fully vaccinated and tested weekly for COVID-19. Customers also need to be fully vaccinated, and restaurants are required to check proof of vaccination and an ID at the door. In Songkhla, an Army Ranger armed with a military-grade rifle shot and killed his wife, who works as a kindergarten teacher, and his mother-in-law last Thursday. The 37-year-old Ranger turned himself in to authorities on Monday and is now facing charges for premeditated murder. Reports say he was carrying an M16 rifle and stole a local's motorbike to flee the scene. Officials in Bangkok and Ayutthaya are rushing to prepare for rising water levels after flooding in northern and central provinces brought on by tropical storm Dianmu, which has since passed. Over 70,000 homes in 30 provinces flooded, and reports say 6 people have died. AFP reports that soldiers have set up barriers and sandbags in Ayutthaya to protect ancient ruins in the old royal capital. In Bangkok, officials are closely monitoring the Chao Phraya River, and the Metropolitan Administration has water pumps and sandbags ready to prevent flash floods. And here are the top stories in Southeast Asia. In the Philippines, the Senate approved a bill to raise the minimum age of sexual consent from 12 to 16. According to Reuters, the bill aims to protect children from rape and other forms of sexual abuse. Under the bill, any adult engaging in sexual contact with anyone 16 years old or younger would be committing statutory rape. In Indonesia, the Associated Press reports that the operator of an oil tanker seized by authorities is protesting the detention of the crew, saying it violates human rights. The tanker was seized by the Navy in late July at the request of Cambodia due to suspicion that it was carrying nearly 300,000 barrels of crude oil. The country's marine police detained crew members on Friday for questioning. In Singapore, the country's population shrunk by 4.1% year over year. Bloomberg reports that this is the second consecutive year the population has fallen, and says it is primarily due to foreign workers, students, and residents leaving the country due to strict COVID-19 restrictions. In Vietnam, authorities in Ho Chi Minh City are pushing for the government to recognize positive rapid test results for COVID-19. According to Channel News Asia, the state media reported that counting the rapid tests could increase the city's case total by 40%. A local newspaper reports that there have been 150,000 positive rapid tests since August 20th. And now for a quick update on the COVID-19 situation in Thailand. Today, September 29th, the CCSA has reported 10,414 new COVID-19 cases and 122 coronavirus-related deaths. Since April 1st, in Thailand's latest wave of the virus, the CCSA has reported 1,562,966 confirmed COVID-19 cases. In the past 24 hours since the last count, 11,580 recoveries have been recorded. There are now 115,423 people in Thailand currently receiving treatment for COVID-19. And that wraps up the COVID-19 update. For more news on Thailand, go to thetiger.com or check out our evening show, Thailand News Today.